And I wanted to pop on here real quick. I'm not going to be long, but I wanted to show you this right here. This this right here. It's the cabbage and the sauerkraut that I made yesterday. Okay, if you noticed, I put a post on, and the post read something like this, needed to clear my head, had stuff on my mind, and so I decided I was going to make some sauerkraut. So here it is. This is about a couple of gallons of sauerkraut, and it's quite tasty. I know this because I started some and I decided to build it out a little bit more. So the one that I started, I took a little taste of it. It's pretty amazing. And so I'm going to tell you what I have in here. So if you decide that you want to make some of your own that is highly flavorful, just beautiful, then you're going to do this and start out with some Savoy cabbages. Okay. This container took about 8 to 9 cabbages. Okay. I've got a red onion in there. I've got 4 cucumbers, and I've got some salt. That's about 3 tablespoons per every 5 pounds of cabbage. And then I added some herbs and spices. Of course, dill is one of my favorites, all-time favorites. So I did add some dill weed to that. And I added a little sofrito. And that made it taste really good. So I'm letting this do its thing. It's going to take several days to several weeks to finish doing what it does. I'll cover it up. Right now, I've got several layers of whole cabbage on the top. Then I have some plates weighting it down. Because you want to make sure that when you're doing your krauts or your kimchis, your ferments, that the ingredients stay submerged under the liquid. Because if you don't, you're going to end up with mold, and you don't want that. So you put a weight or something on it in order to make sure that everything stays down, and then uh, it'll start to bubble. Within the next day or so, there'll be a lot of bubbles that start because of the bacterial action that takes place, which is what makes it very good for your digestive tract. And the bubbles are a good sign. They're a really good sign. And then you're gonna see the aroma is going to continue to deepen. The flavor is going to intensify. So if you put like peppers and things like that in there, those peppers are going to become hotter. Oh, did you see that bubble? Love it. The peppers are going to become hotter, and it's going to infuse all of the things that you have in here. Now you can add other things like, I could have put some cucumber in there. I mean, not cucumber, broccoli. I could have put cauliflower in there. I could have shredded some carrots, but I am not a carrot fan. I can't stand them. But I would have put turnips in. Turnips, parsnips, rutabaga, any one of those. Those are really good. Um, let's see, what else could you ferment? You could put corn. I wouldn't necessarily put corn in there. I'm not the biggest corn fan. But you could put beets. Any one of those things could work inside of a ferment. You could also ferment fruit, make a great drink out of it. Matter of fact, the original sodas, they were made out of ferments. So they fermented the fruit and all of that, added different spices like ginger and whatnot. And then that fizz that we now use carbonated water to do was actually the carbolic acid that was made because of the fermentation process. It's the carbon dioxide that the anaerobic activity creates. I know this is getting kind of geeky, but the anaerobic activity creates that causes the bubbles and also starts the conversion process. And the natural bacteria that's in it begins to do its thing and it becomes very beneficial for your digestion. So if you've got a family that tends to get sick a lot, this is a good addition because it helps to restore the gut health. So I just wanted to pop on here real quick to let you know that it took me about a couple of gallons of sauerkraut to clear my head, and I was able to kind of relax my brain from thinking about too many things. And now what I have to show for it is some amazing, amazing sauerkraut that'll be ready in between 3 days and a few weeks. It could sit and ferment up to 6 weeks or longer, just depending. So long as I keep it submerged underwater, I'm good to go. And the beautiful thing is that you don't have to refrigerate it. And that's the beautiful thing about ferments is that they stay really good. And the longer that they stay out, the better that they get for you. So, you know, I'll cover it up so that it's not exposed to too much light for too long. And then when we're ready to use the sauerkraut, we will harvest it from the container. There's two or three more containers that I want to get, that we have here that I'm going to convert for making more ferments. I'm excited about it. All right. So for all of you, Shabbat Shalom. I will catch you later. Oh, by the way, if you haven't already, pop on over to Get In My Kitchen TV. That's swiy.io/GIMK TV. And that's capital G, capital I, capital M as Mary, capital K, lowercase t, lowercase v, GIMK TV. All right. Y'all have a good one. Shabbat Shalom.